The ticking clock on the wall was the only sound louder than the frantic thump 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 of Maya's heart. 30 minutes. That's all she had. 30 minutes until the bomb detonated. A bomb she knew was hidden somewhere in the sprawling, opulent mansion that had become her prison. Her captor, a shadowy figure known only as Silas, had left her with a single cryptic clue: a faded photograph of a grandfather clock, its pendulum frozen mid-swing. Panic threatened to overwhelm her, but Maya fought it back. She was a detective, trained to think under pressure, and she had to use every ounce of her skill. She started with the photograph, the clock. It was familiar. She'd seen it before, a fleeting image in old family albums. Her grandmother's house. The mansion was a historical landmark, a museum of sorts, filled with antiques. The grandfather clock. It had to be somewhere in the main hall. Time was slipping away. Each second felt like an eternity. Sweat beaded on her forehead as she raced through the echoing hallways, her heels clicking against the polished marble floor. Dusty portraits of stern-faced ancestors stared down at her, their silent judgment adding to the pressure. She reached the main hall, the vast space a dizzying maze of ornate furniture and towering bookshelves. The grandfather clock wasn't immediately visible, hidden behind a massive tapestry depicting a mythical hunt. With trembling hands, she pulled the tapestry aside, revealing the clock, its pendulum indeed frozen, as in the photograph. But there was something different. A small, almost invisible latch was concealed behind the clock's face. Her heart leaped. It was a hidden compartment. With a click, she opened it, revealing a small, metallic device, a detonator. Attached to it was a wire, leading to nothing. She followed the wire, its path leading her to a bookshelf. A seemingly ordinary book was subtly loose. She pulled it, revealing another compartment, this one containing a small, inconspicuous device, a remote detonator. Maya's mind raced. She had to disarm it, but how? There was no obvious button, no clear mechanism. She examined the device closely, her fingers tracing its contours. A small, almost imperceptible inscription caught her eye. Reverse the polarity. The clock. The frozen pendulum. It was the key. The grandfather clock, an antique, was powered by a simple mechanism. She reversed the polarity of the clock's internal mechanism, a risky maneuver. But she had no other choice. As she completed the reversal, the remote detonator clicked, and a small LED light turned from red to green. The clock's pendulum, still frozen, seemed to take on a life of its own, beginning its rhythmic swing once more. The ticking was now a soothing sound, the echo of her victory. She had 30 seconds to spare. Maya leaned against the bookshelf, breathing heavily, the tension slowly ebbing away. She had disarmed the bomb, cheated death by a hair's breadth.